A woman who claims to have been the victim of abuse as a child had the trial against the accused stopped and may never see justice after a court lift broke down and the court cannot afford to replace it. Canterbury Crown Court is said to be cash-strapped and can now no longer afford wheelchair access due to the broken lift, leaving those who are disabled or mobility impaired in a position where they may either have to wait excessive amounts of time due to the delay, or in some cases, such as this one, could see the alleged victim robbed of any justice whatsoever. A senior judge at the court told barristers that we cannot afford disabled wheelchair access as it currently stands, and we can't try this case. The case, where an 89-year-old defendant is suffering late-stage prostate cancer and who might not even survive to face trial. The alleged victim, who is remaining anonymous, pleaded with the court to fix the lift so the case can be heard, to allow her to live her life. To hear this trial may be delayed again is devastating. To hear this might not happen again is decimating, she said. This is not a high-profile case, but this is my life ruined, my life lied about for years. I need closure. Please allow this trial to go ahead. Please allow me to live my life. My fingernails are chewed. But resident judge Simon James was forced to adjourn the sensitive trial, which carries more than 20 allegations of child sexual abuse, for at least 9 months on Tuesday. The trial has already been adjourned for 6 months due to a shortage of judges amid growing caseloads. The judge said, "I've received a number of complaints from witnesses and from those involved in the case. I understand those frustrations. I share those frustrations." John Kamech, QC, defending, said the legal profession sympathises with the courthouse, dubbing its financial position a very serious issue. "I bet if this was the other way round and it was a business who said they couldn't afford disabled access, they would be pounced on by all and sundry of the social justice warriors and virtue signallers claiming breach of the Equalities Act." Which is right. I mean, how can a judge simply not try a case when the justice system is the backbone of our society? It's not difficult to rearrange the trial at another venue with a ground floor courtroom, or even a Nightingale court, or another venue that's not a normal court, which I would think would be the very first option, rather than simply saying you cannot try the case, especially as his case is for more than 20 allegations of child sexual abuse by the defendant. John Kamech QC added, "The defendant is nearing the end of his life. In November he will be 90. The prostate-specific antigen levels in his blood at the moment are dangerously high. He is now wheelchair bound. He has lost a tremendous amount of weight since the last time I saw him. He is in bad shape. It is possible he won't survive. This is a very serious issue." The trial has a second defendant who is said to be an 82-year-old, and defence for that defendant said that she suffers a stress-related heart attack and lamented the very emotive trial could not go ahead. Prosecutor Paul Vowder described the court as hamstrung by a lack of funding. It said that the trial could have been transferred to Maidstone, but the defendants are too unwell to travel from where they live near Folkestone. The lift was already requested to have been fixed in the summer of last year, which prompted the Ministry of Justice, which pays for these things, to conduct various reports. However, this month it emerged that a new lift is required altogether, preventing wheelchair access into the building. A spokesperson for the Ministry of Justice said, "We apologise for the current lack of wheelchair access at Canterbury Crown Court. We are urgently working to replace the lift." Efforts to move the case to an alternative court were made, but unfortunately parties were unable to agree to these arrangements. As I say, I don't see why it's so difficult to arrange somewhere nearer to them. It doesn't necessarily have to be a courtroom. Nightingale courts were set up in places that were not courtrooms, but were made courtrooms for the purpose of holding Nightingale courts. So to allow somebody who's potentially a victim of multiple child abuse claims, potentially robber of any justice of that, is pretty disgusting. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.